What's boy everybody? Today I'd like to do an update video on Anchor because there are quite a bit of changes with Anchor recently. So number one will be the dynamic saving rate. This means that the Anchor saving rate will no longer be at 19.5% but will be adjusted based on a formula. This is the formula that you are looking at. So there is also an example given. The yield reserve go up by 1.5%, the earn rate will go up by 1.5%. The yield reserve goes down by 1.5%, earn rate also goes down by 1.5%. That means the fix is up and down will be 1.5%, and this will be done on a monthly basis. Now the big question is, when will this take place and what is the lowest? So assuming that the yield reserve continues to go down in April, the first adjustment will come in May. Now again, the max monthly change is plus minus 1.5%, and here's the important one that we all want to know. The lowest that it can go is 15%, and the max it can go is 20%. So this is the current trend for yield reserve. It is on a downward trend. So most likely the interest will start dropping in May. Now this is because there are more people depositing over people borrowing. So in order to narrow this gap, Anchor needs to have more people borrowing. Now to do this, they will have to add more collateral. And by adding more collateral, they will be able to bring other users from other ecosystem in and borrow UST. Like now, you can borrow UST with stake AVAX. Now, besides adding more collateral, another thing that I want to share with you is that it also depends on the market sentiment. Because in a bear market, people are less willing to take risks, less willing to borrow. So even there are additional collateral, people might not borrow. Now, let us talk about Anchor on AVAX. Now, initially, to get this awesome 19.5%, I did a video that you have to get the Wormhole UST from Curve, which is under the Factory 55. But now, you can easily get this UST from Trader Joe. But you need to pay attention that there are two UST on Trader Joe. One is the UST.AXL, and there's another one, UST without the AXL. What we want is the UST without the AXL, because this is the one that Anchor on Avalanche will accept. Now you can see that I have both UST, the one with UST.AXL $5 and UST without the AXL $3. Now if I go to Anchor, you will see that it only recognizes the UST without the AXL, which is the $3. So if you want to deposit UST into Anchor, please make sure that you are getting the one without the .AXL. Now, assuming you want to withdraw, I already have some deposit here, which is $27. Let's say if I withdraw this $27, it will go straight back to my Metamask. And from there, on my Metamask, I can go back to Trader Joe again and maybe to switch it to some other crypto assets that you need. Now, I'd like to talk about the AVAX collateral. Now, I am connected on the AVAX chain over here, and this is the stake AVAX. Now, you can also see that I provided some stake AVAX. Now, to get this stake AVAX, you can easily get it from Benqi, and in Benqi you can go to their liquid staking, and you will be driven to this site. And here is where you can stake your AVAX and turn it into SAVAX. SAVAX is a yield-bearing token earning about 7.2% APR. Now once you stake, you will be given the token SAVAX, and then you can bring it back to Anchor and do a provide. Now in this example, I borrow $5. Let's say if I want to increase my borrow, the recommended TVL over here is 75%. Now if I click this, it will be around $33 more for me to borrow. Now this is all on the AVAX chain. Now, if you go back to Anchor and if you switch it to the Terra chain, you will also see the wasAVAX is also stake AVAX. But because this is on Terra chain, you will need to have your stake AVAX cross over the wormhole, then you can bring it to Terra and it will turn into wasAVAX. Now I'm guessing most of you will not do that because it's very troublesome and unnecessary at the moment, unless there are some magical money Lego things that you can do on Terra with AVAX. And right now, having Anchor connecting directly onto the AVAX chain, allowing us to deposit and borrow, is still the most convenient way to earn yield. Now a quick summary, Anchor interest will start changing most likely in May, minimum 15% and max 20%. Now, Anchor on AVAX, you can now get the UST from Trader Joe, get the one without .AXL. Also, you can get SAVAX from Benqi, liquid staking, and you can use that to borrow. I hope you learned something today, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.